Hi guys, it's Sarah with Grassroots Evolution, and I'm here today to bring you a monthly message for the sign of Scorpio for love and soul connections. Keep in mind, my friends, it's a general message. Take what you feel resonates with you and disregard the rest. Go about your day. And know that no matter what messages do come through, it's still up to you and your active free will, the choices you make, the steps you take in this world. And to me, this is personal freedom, personal power. It lies at the tips of your fingers, the soles of your feet. That's your power to do, my friends, so use it wisely. As well as I just want to take a moment to thank all my subscribers. Thank you, thank you, thank you, you guys, for being here. You mean the world to me. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. If you feel like this resonates and you'd like to see more of it, please hit subscribe. Join the journey with me. Let me encounter your energy more often because I'd love to have you along this ride. And guys, if you do like this video, if it does resonate, please help me. Give it a thumbs up. Help me circulate the message. Your support is truly appreciated. So I also want to just make another little disclaimer that even though I put a timestamp of March on this, time's fluid. So we may be picking up on a situation that you're currently going through, something that's happened in the past, something that's even past life, or something that just hasn't happened yet. So use your discernment, keep an open mind, and keep an open heart, my friends. I'm going to take a moment to call on Archangel Michael, my team of light, Archangel Metatron, as well as any of your spirit guides that would be here for the highest good of the entire collective to join me. I'm going to ask them all to guide, guard, bless, and protect myself, this reading, and any of you guys who would ask for it, to use me as the clearest channel possible in delivering the messages that are for the highest good of the entire collective, but the most far-reaching, okay? So what I'm going to do is pull 3 different piles of cards. We're going to pick a pile for your energy, guys, Scorpio. We're going to pick a energy for your love interest or soul connection, and then a space in between. So what is the shared energy within the connection? This could swap, so if you feel more like I'm reading your energy on the love or soul connection side, just take it. Again, like I said, use your discernment. I'm going to start off with the Psychic Tarot or Psychic Tarot Oracle for some messages today. If you want, we're just going to take 3 deep breaths in and out and try and focus our energy on the cards. So if you want to think about a question you'd like some guidance on, think about a person, or just a situation, if you just want to know what you need to know, focus on that, okay? Okay, so if you aren't ready, pause me and we'll come back to it, okay? So I'm going to pick a message. Wow. So this is for you guys right away, Scorpio. They threw some cards to the floor. They give us fertility. So some of you may be pregnant, and we have mental conflict. And why I say some of you may be pregnant was immediately that fertility. Also, though, with the mental conflict, it may be like some of you aren't quite sure how you feel about it yet. Okay, that's just for some of you. Some of you, this fertility is, I heard fertility planning too, really trying to get pregnant, and there may be a lot of mental stuff getting in your way in terms of this, because especially if it's been difficult. I'm hearing like right away my advice, if you are trying to get pregnant and it hasn't happened yet, it may be just stop trying. It happens when it's time. For some of you, I do feel like there may be some fertility issues that you're going through, and you may even be going through some, I heard fertility counseling. I'm not exactly sure what it's called, but like fertility treatments. Try and rest your mind, okay? Because this is one of those things that we can't control. We can do our best to try and make our bodies the most hospitable for, you know, a baby to come, but if there are underlying fertility issues, that's something that's completely out of our control. So, if that's resonating with you, just try and relax. What I'm hearing is maybe some meditation as well. And you could even, what I'm hearing is call in some energy to your sacral, to your womb energy. Regardless, like if you're a man or a woman, this would be, you may not have a womb if you identify as a man, but you still have that creative space and energy within you. But I do feel like this is more, if it's a fertility issue with women, for you to just draw in some energy to your womb and imagine this ball of, like I heard, orange light just swirling around, and ask this energy to break up anything that's stagnant or any stuck energy, and ask it to help move down through your feet out through the earth's core with love, okay? So let's find out though, because like I said, the baby isn't for everyone, but it was immediate that message came up. So we get memories of love, which is also wonderful too, because I feel like this is a fertile time to bring love back into your life. Not saying you don't have love right now, but this is a memory. This is remembering things when they're great, remembering times of love, as well as, to me, this speaks of letting go and letting go of control as well, which could be here where we have our mental conflict, because a lot of us don't like surprises. We want to be able to control our outcome. We want to be able to say, hey, this is what I want. This is how I want it. I want it to be done like this. And sometimes it's the same thing as when we're thinking too much about getting pregnant and then we can't because our mind gets in the way. And as soon as we stop, hey, we're pregnant. This is reunion as well, but I feel like this is knowing that your love doesn't diminish regardless of the people around you. Your love is almost, I heard, like an entity. It is something, right? So this is holding space for anyone involved with you, setting this love off into the universe, allowing it to be free, as well as what I heard is when it comes back to you, you know that that is what's right for you. So you may definitely have, the mental conflict is strong there. And I'm going to get some more clarifiers, but I feel like the time now, this fertility coming up as well, it's in your green. There's heart space here, that this is a real fertile time as well for building relationships and harnessing in the love in your world that you'd like to see. So let's get a little bit more, please, Spirit. Tell me more about this mental conflict on the Scorpio side. Thank you. Okay, so power flew out upright, and this is our own internal power. It is also an 8, so I feel like this is power struggles or like cyclical thinking on what it means to have power. And this is not a bad thing. They're telling me to take the bottom of the deck too, which is discontentment and boredom. So I feel like this is just either not being able to see what's in front of us that's good, or so focused on the past, or focused on what we can't control that we're not really living, okay? That is only for some of you if it resonates, but I feel like it may just be that, you know, the 6 of Cups is you want to experience love. You want to experience like a whirlwind romance. You want to be fully fulfilled in your world, but something right now is just not doing that for you. I think what's important to know here about this power comes hand in hand with mental conflict. This is what it's clarifying, is when we get a hold of ourselves, when we get a hold of our own autonomy and we know how we feel, we're thinking clearly as well, we're going to be a little less conflicted, because it's like thinking about, you want to live your best life. Well, what's the best decision? What's the best course of action for you to take? As well as acknowledging that beautiful beast within inside of you that's not going to take crap from somebody else, that's not going to let somebody walk over them, but also to know that you have the power to change this 4 of Cups energy, the power to just look at everything from, I heard, a stance of awe rather than trying to focus on just the outcome. Okay, because a lot of times, and they're going back to fertility, especially if we're trying to get pregnant, we may be focusing so much on wanting that baby in the belly that we're not enjoying the act of love making itself, okay? So they're telling me right away, if things are getting a little bit stagnant in the bedroom, this could also be where we're getting blocked as well. So we need to rekindle the love with each other, rekindle the flame as well, okay? So you have rest and rejuvenation. There's 3 cards that fell out. I'm going to read to you. Emotional withdrawal. So this would be the 4 of Swords, the 8 of Cups, and intuition. I feel like you guys already kind of know this, though. You know that you need to rest. You know that you need to get your mind off of something. And if there is something, if there's, I heard, hurdles that you have to go over, whatever it is, whatever's bothering you, whatever the feelings of discontentment are coming from, whatever the mental conflict is, sit down in nature. Take some time to yourself. Take some deep breaths in and deep breaths out. And as you're doing this, just focus on your breath space. Not trying to think about anything. Connect for those few moments within your breath and find peace. I find also too, if thoughts do enter into this space, what were they, right? What is this thought that continually, I heard, plagues you? So, as well as there's two different forms of meditation here. His hands are open, willing, and ready to receive insight in meditation stance. And this one, it's almost in prayer. To go, you know what? Here's the truth. I'm sitting with my emotions. I can understand my emotions. And I feel like this is a real balancing out as well of, once we can get our mind settled down a bit, it's going to be easier to let go of the things that have been burdening us or plaguing us. So this emotional boredom as well, there's 2 4s here. And to me as well, this speaks of making an 8. And you have 2 8s as well. Speaks of something that has been like kind of a foundation of you, right? This has been part of your identity or part of your thought processes, something that's been just a long time, something very cyclical. And I feel like as well what Spirit's telling me is when we have the power to let go of what's hurt us, let go of the past, and try and move on to a brighter, brand new future, this is paving our own way. It's taking control of our own life, but in a totally different way, because what I heard is it has to have a non-attachment outcome. Easier said than done, absolutely. But we also have intuition here, which I feel like it's really important. Don't ignore those little intuitive nudges. If you feel like it's important to meditate, if you're feeling like, you wake up in the morning and you say, I feel like I should meditate, instead of going, nah, don't have time for that. I'm gonna grab my coffee, gonna get out the door. Take a few minutes, right? You can breathe in 3 times, you can breathe in 5 times, you can breathe in 10 times. Just take that time. It could be every day is what I'm hearing Spirit saying, every day, before you have your coffee, before you get ready. Even, I'm hearing Spirit say, do it on the toilet. When you sit down and do your morning business, focus on your breath, okay? And just connect to, I heard, the higher power, connect to source. And you could even be asking Spirit to help cleanse out the stagnant energy. Like you said with this womb healing as well, we want to clear out the stagnant energy so we can come back into alignment with what is truly meant for us and what helps to heal our heart. So let's pull some cards for the love, interest, or soul connection for Scorpio, please. Tell me about the love, interest, or soul connection for Scorpio. What messages would you like us to know, Spirit? A whole lot. I'm not going to read them all, but conflict and defeat, heartache and loss, and victory and success. I feel like they're definitely overcoming something as well, okay? So the card that flew out is triumph. And that's wonderful because triumph and success was one of the cards that flew out here. I feel like whatever they've overcome, they're feeling really triumphant. And I also heard really proud of themselves for overcoming this feat, is what I heard. So let's find out. Some of you, it may be baby, right? That you finally, babies are coming. So they have these that came out. I'm going to take them and I'm going to grab the bottom of the deck, which is choose wisely. I feel like this person over here, they've made their choice. They know it's the right one for them. They may have even had to take some time really to think and to contemplate, which is what I feel like Spirit's saying on your side to do. And again, remember, this could be vice versa. It could even mirror each other. We have spiritual growth. So I'm going to talk about these after I show you the cards. Financial and material changes. New beginnings. I love this card, which is the Fool. Throat chakra. Trapped in fear, which would be the 8 of Swords. Firm foundation. Feel like this side, they're trying to make balanced decisions that are something that's going to stay. They're trying to create a stable foundation. There are words left unsaid, though, is what I've heard. And I think the way it's kind of fallen down on my table is we have new beginnings, throat chakra, trapped in fear. I feel like this person wants something new. They may not know how to go about it. Whatever has been left unsaid, I heard it could have been hurtful. There's also the words demeaning that are coming to mind. So I feel like on this side with spiritual strength as well, they've really had to learn. It could be what they're learning is to hold their mouth shut sometimes, that when we're upset, we may speak before we think. We may be saying things that we don't actually mean, but we're mad, we're hurt, and we want to share that. And this is where I feel like on this side they're learning that's not the best approach here. I feel like what they're also learning to do when they're choosing is to choose their words wisely. So for some of you on your side, this mental conflict, this really could be what it is. You want this. You want this relationship. You want the love that you once had, but you don't want, the words I heard were verbal abuse, right? You don't want to be yelled at. You don't want to have somebody being upset and taking it out on you. As well as what I'm being brought back to with this discontentment and boredom and the emotional withdrawal is that there could have been something within this relationship or with this person that's really left an imprint on your psyche, that's really left an imprint on your feelings of value and self-worth. And what I heard is this is your choice. If this person comes back to you or comes to you, if you guys are still in partnership, with something, I heard just like a solid apology or understanding at least of maybe what they've done and where their actions have led, it's up to you on whether you want to accept this. For some of you as well, I heard with that fertility card and baby, this person may be really trying to decide whether they want to have children. You guys may have had a talk where even about kids and they're like, I don't want them, but it may not have been really what they meant. People say a lot of things when they're scared too, and if this is a first pregnancy, even if it's a third or fourth pregnancy, there's a lot of different things that we can worry about. Material and financial changes as well. What I heard is they may have lost their job or they may be in process of changing jobs. So money issues have been a worry for them. I feel like with spiritual strength here as well and financial material changes, they've really learned or had to learn how to budget for themselves. Because as well, I feel like that's one of these things that as we grow up, when we have our own money, when we don't have any responsibilities, it's like, well, this is my money. And then when you start a family and the bills start piling up and you get a house, you get rent, you have to buy food, clothes, and all of that stuff, this is where we can't be selfish with that anymore, right? We can't just think about ourselves. We have to think about the family as a whole. And I feel like on this side, they would like that. They would like something that's rooted. They would like something that's grounded. And I do feel like financial material changes and this firm foundation, it does speak to me of family. But I think that definitely they're afraid, okay? They're trapped in fear of something. For some of you guys, what it is, if the pregnancy has rung a bell or struck a nerve, I feel like they may be a little worried that they're not going to be a good enough parent. And I feel like a lot of people go through that as well. But I think that they're doubting themselves. And even though Triumph is there, that's a really wonderful thing. Right? Triumph is a great card. It's also number 7, which is very, very spiritually guided. And on their side, they actually have 2 7s. The 7 of Cups, so making choices that are right for their heart. And this 7, this Triumph, going, you know what, we're successful. There's a lot of fire energy here on that. So I'm going to pull the space in between and just get a little bit more clarification, guys. If it resonates and you'd like to let me know, I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments. If not a problem. Just do you guys. So Spirit, tell me about the shared energy within this connection. What is this shared energy? The waiting game. When the time's right. Everything in divine timing. This also to me speaks of life cycles and cyclical. There's 2 things. There's more. They're telling me to look at the as above, so below as well. It also speaks about balance. That when the time is right, whatever needs to come into fruition will. It could be 9 months for some of you if it's a baby, but I feel like they're walking around kind of looking at time, and this could be you, right? This could be them. This is both of you guys, and it could be really assessing the relationship as a whole, where it started, where it is now, the highs, the lows. Is this really worth it? Your side too, they're showing me to remind you again, stay in your power. Power is not a bad thing. Power is a really wonderful thing. If we give away our power, if we say yes to things we don't want to do consistently, if we allow people to, wow, okay, so the words I heard were verbally abuse or assault us, okay, verbal assault, that's what I'm getting, then we're outside of our power. This is where, in order to be able to work this out, and they are the ones with the throat chakra clearing, but on this side is what I'm hearing on your side, Scorpio. It's like you need to learn how to stand up for yourself. So if somebody says something like that wasn't very nice, and if you find like you're talking to this person or bringing things up on this is how I felt, and they're turning it around and being defensive and saying it's all your fault, things like that, walk away, okay? Make them realize what they've lost. Make them see your worth, because you don't need to convince them of your worth. You're absolutely worthy, beautiful, and this energy, this love energy, should be what your partner is giving you, okay? So the spiritual strength side on their time, it may be that they're not ready. They're still got some spiritual lessons, or that the time over here is done, okay? I definitely feel like, though, they're choosing their words wisely. This waiting game, wow. Heart chakra. They're healing, you're healing. Both of you guys, if we're holding on to stuff from the past that's hurting our heart, if our heart is closed off because, you know, we want to invite love in, we want to have romantic relationships, we want to experience harmony, is what I heard. We need to really do some healing in our heart. And I find you're going to find a lot of people, we've got some blocks there, we've all been hurt. But also what I heard is, if we're living in the past, if we're focusing on the past, how are the new blessings going to come? And this goes twofold, okay? Because this also talks about not holding on to the beautiful love and romance that may have once been, if that is no longer here. Okay, so one of the things I'm hearing is like love bombing, or like if we end up with like a very narcissistic individual, that's one way to put this, where, you know, you think about the beginning of the relationship and it was wonderful. They were wonderful. You felt totally loved, and slowly that dwindles and that doesn't come back. They knew they got you. I feel like there's a lot of reasons why people act like that, and we can understand it, but what I'm hearing is try not to take that as an excuse to allow that behavior to happen again, okay? So the same thing with the fertility and calling in that yellow, or not yellow, orange light to your womb area on their side, or it may even be you too who really needs to work on releasing throat chakra blocks. It's the same thing with the heart. And I feel like this is being true to you, being true to your heart, because you guys have 3 different heart chakra messages. They have one with choosing wisely. They want me to show you the bottom of the deck, which is patience, which goes hand in hand with this. All in divine timing. We need to learn patience. And also what I'm hearing is on both sides, if you guys are currently in separation and you want to come back together, they want a new beginning. It's just what that new beginning is going to entail, who knows? Both of you there's trapped in fear, there's mental conflict, there is a needing to speak, a needing to heal our heart, and I feel like it's reminding you that you can't speed up this seed, right? You can plant it in the right conditions, but you can't make it grow any faster than it is meant to. And that's one of those things, is what I heard is let go and let God, right? Let spirit handle the timing. You just work on you and getting yourself feeling like you're whole, and they're going to have to work on themselves to creating a solid, stable position where going forward they're speaking their truth, they're speaking out of love, and they're releasing any fear of who they truly are. So I'm going to call in some messages now from the Romance Angels Oracle and see what clarification we can get. So for the Scorpio, please. Thank you. You get pay attention to the red flags. there are signs are cautioning you. And I definitely picked up on that. So if there are red flags, you know them, right? I think here's where the intuition's saying, don't ignore it, okay? Listen to those red flags. If you do have, I heard like the word gaslighter, if somebody is doing that, turning everything around on you, and you know that's not your truth, pay attention to that. That's a huge red flag. And like I said, it's not something that you need to accept. So the two other cards that we came here are new love. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. This could be a new love for yourself. This could be literally another person coming in, was where you maybe have some mental conflict as well, going, well, I'm kind of sworn over here. This fertility could be as well ready to birth in a new beginning, calling in new people, calling in new, I heard, awarenesses as well. But you also have love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. So before, and I definitely feel like this is you, right? You need to find the love for yourself enough that when people over here, and I heard the word shit talkers, okay, whatever, when they do their thing that they are so good at, and they do, you love yourself enough to know, that's not me. You're not internalizing their stuff. And I also heard projections. When people, like I said earlier, you know, they feel crappy, so they want to spread that love. If you pick up on that, you stay true to you. Don't accept that. Love yourself first. There's 3 different things that I'm hearing that you could say to yourself every day, every couple of hours if you need to, in the mirror. I am safe. I am loved. Wow, I also heard I'm valuable. I'm safe, loved, valuable, and also I would add in protected. I am protected. And you absolutely are protected to make whatever choices that you need to make. You're going to be okay. Things are going to work out in your favor, okay? So tell me about the spiritual connection, please. For triumph, I heard like they may feel like they've triumphed. They may feel like they have an upper hand as well. Tell me about the soul connection. So deception is here. Someone is wearing a false mask in this relationship. Allow your heart to sing with joy, and I feel like they're working on this. And go ahead and make the romantic gesture with express your love. That's definitely the throat chakra. There could have been in the past as well in this, with this. And this could be like friend, family member, co-worker, you know, loved one, or romantic as well. But I feel like in the past, with this deception, they may have said, I don't love you, right? Or told you lies, right? Been deceptive with you, which could be as well as they got something to say, and they're a little afraid because now they have to expose themselves for whatever lies have been done in the past, and it's up to you whether or not you believe them this time. I do feel like they want to tell you they care. They want to tell you, hey, I got a lot of passion for you. But what I'm also hearing is like, well, that's really great. There's a lot of passion. You have feelings, but we need to be open. And definitely they're reminding me to show you that there are signs cautioning you, okay? So tell me about the space in between, please, and the shared energy is calling in your soulmate. Both of you are looking for soulmate relationships. Your prayers, visualizations, and affirmations help bring you together. So the main time you take the bottom two, which is chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. And obviously there is, right? If you're watching this and you're looking for this information on this person. But also it's like Spirit's going to bring you guys together kind of like a magnet, okay? When it's time, and push away when it's time. This relationship or this partner may be to serve a few purposes. On their side, it may be to teach them some spiritual strength and help them grow and learn. It's going to teach you your personal power and to stand in your power and the power of your heart. So both of you calling each other in, it's just how they take this chance is what I'm hearing, okay? So I'm going to end this reading today with a few messages from Spirit, from the Line Strider Tarot. And we're just going to go with some advice here, please. So I'll only pick one pile. These all fell upside down. I'm going to put them here. But what came out right is the Empress. And this is divine feminine energy. I feel like there is a need for you, for your partner, wherever, to be balanced. And how I'm seeing this as well is we have this beautiful Empress, this gorgeous divine feminine with a very masculine depiction of power. So I think that this is also saying, you know what, question what power is. Power doesn't mean having a power over someone. It means feeling powerful within your being and knowing that the choices you make are true. I'm also seeing they're driving me to the breast, okay? But this is nourishment as well. Nourishing yourself, nourishing the people that you care about. Again, with the Empress, it could be a baby as well. It could be somebody who's pregnant. It could be a mother figure to you as well. Like it maybe you wanted to confide in your mom. This relationship over here too could be with a mother, but you have the Page of Cups. So this could be a water sign, a Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. It could be this Empress energy as well. Somebody wanting to offer love. And what I heard is putting love forward. There's also this black cloud down here, and I heard rise above it. Rise above any past pain, any past struggles. Tell me more, please, about this Page of Cups, please. This could be a younger water sign, somebody who's not quite mature. It could be that things haven't been thought through yet. So there's this sense of, well, there's feelings. But how deep these feelings run, I'm not quite sure. Tell me. Thank you. You have the Knight of Swords, which could be air sign quality, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Definitely feel like a discussion. With this red, it could be heated. This happens fast. This could also be like a reminder that when we're getting into relationship with this person over here, the one where there's been deception, and you feel like they can use their words pretty cuttingly, that feels like this energy. And I think there's a reminder here that almost is the black cloud, to rise above it. So you could be getting some sort of communication. It could be something that's happening fast. And you also have the Queen of Wands here. So you could be dealing with a fire sign, a Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. But I feel like this is also really representing fertility, because the Queen of Wands is powerful. She's creative. She's a vision of loveliness as well. You have the black cat here because she also honors her, I heard, traditions, but also honors her intuition. For some of you, she can hold a more negative aspect as well as being a little bit more controlling. I heard the words conceited as well. So just depending on how this goes for you, just be cautious of the words that you use and really pay attention to the way that they're speaking to you. And is this something that you feel brings value to you, makes you feel good, or is it something that makes you feel bad? As well as, is there any truth to what they're saying? Because that's the best thing to think about. When someone's throwing shade your way, is there any truth to it? If no, disregard it, okay? So the bottom of the deck here is the King of Cups. So I feel like regardless of whether this is you or this is them, this could be a male water sign, this could be a guy, right? Could be a girl, it really doesn't matter. I feel like even though it's the more masculine aspect here, it also balances out the Empress, the Queen of Wands, and the King of Cups, going, no matter what happens, stay in the highest vibration of your heart and allow your heart to speak to you and to tell you the truth that it's been longing for. So regardless of how long it takes this partnership to come together, you are calling in your soulmate, they're calling in their soulmate. So there needs to be a lot of discussion, I feel like, as well, though, to be of expectations on how you want to be treated. Okay, so that's the message I have for you. I hope it resonated. I love you all, and I will talk to you later. Bye, guys.